Good morning. We are off to the Great Wall this morning. We are possibly being a bit foolish, but trying to save money and do it actually the backpacking way. And instead of going on a tour, which is quite expensive, we are going to try and take public transport there ourselves. Now, we are attempting to get the bus. We're hoping there's a tourist bus from Tiananmen Square, and that's kind of cheating a bit, but it's super cheap. If we can do that, great. Otherwise, there's another bus which involves changing and then getting to the Great Wall, which is something like 50p or 5p, something ridiculous like that. Or we get the train, but we've heard there's like 2 trains a day, and there's literally people that run to get on this train, and if you miss it, because you can't physically squeeze yourself on, you've got a 2-hour wait for the next one. So wish us luck after yesterday's slightly protracted sightseeing. We hope it works.
So far, so good. We left our hostel at about 7:20 to get to the Beijing Hub Tour Dispatch next to Tiananmen Square to get our ticket. We've got a ticket. Good luck reading that. It's pretty confusing because no one really speaks English, which makes things a bit harder, but we think we're in the right place, and our bus isn't till 9, so we're going to queue because we've heard that like it's first come first served. So Chris is going to get coffee, I'm sat in the queue all on my own, feeling lonely.
Some form of guided tour, but no one speaks any English, so it may not benefit us massively.
Made it. That bus journey was terrible, so long, but we're here. We got off the bus and we're not quite sure where we are, which part of the Great Wall we're at, but we're faced with this, which means there is a lot of tap to be had. Who wants to see the wall anyway, hey? So dry. So, we are walking up to the Great Wall, and as you can see, walking is not particularly popular. No one else wants to do it, so we're kind of lonely and a little bit hot, but it's cool because it's a really nice forest. So far we left at 7:30. I've got no idea what time it is, but we're still not quite on the wall. And it turns out the amazing tickets we bought from the Beijing tourist bus company, which was legit, it got a massive bus stop, it was recommended online, turns out not to include your entrance ticket. So we've got the fun and games of
arguing with the Chinese when we get back.
Tends to go down well.
No.
No, 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 no. Arguing through Google Translate really helps you in your argument as well.
They just say no.
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 No. We're totally idiots. We've got no idea where we are. We thought we were going to one section of the wall, but it turns out we think we're not quite there. So we are at the Zeguntani Tai Pass, and we came up walking up the south gate to the 8th watchtower, and to show you, people say it's really crowded. It really, really, really isn't that bad. So I would recommend you come to this section. You see some really, really good views. You've got the lovely forest and the mountains in the background. and it took us 2 hours by bus from Beijing, so it wasn't too bad. I think you could probably get there quicker by train, but again, the bus stop was outside our hostel, so it was one thing they don't tell you when you come to the Great Wall is wear good footwear. I made it right to the end of the wall. Just waiting for my movie on the Great Wall to come on.
They seem very confused that you've asked to come into the video.
Just sat here. Oh, hang on. We got something. Something's happening. Yes. It was pretty informative. We actually learned a bit about what we've walked on. Key fact about the Great Wall. What is it?
It's gay.
Queer.
Queer wall.
Queer wall. The gay wall of China.
Some of the translations may have been a little bit off, I think, and it was a little confusing in parts, and they've used CGI throughout it with kind of very quick transitions and kind of flight along the wall, and because it's done along a massive curved wall, it's almost three-dimensional, so it does make you feel quite ill whilst watching
A
it.
bit like this.
So apart from the fact that it made me feel sick, was badly translated and didn't really include as much information as it actually could. We still don't know why it was built. At no point have they said why it was built. They just said it was built.
Protect against armies.
Magnificent wall of
Protect
magnificent.
against armies.
Doesn't tell you though. Lack
It's
of
obvious
information.
who, the Japanese.
Oh, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. You think the Great Wall of China was built to stop Japanese? You're a moron. So we're inside the Great Wall Tourist Information Centre. It is lacking in any form of information whatsoever. You can't pick up any maps, you can't pick up any leaflets, and also the staff here don't want to talk to you. So I'd really recommend coming.
Can we replay the scene? Okay, you be you and I'll be the woman. Okay, so you come up to me and ask for a map.
Hello, employee of the Tourist Information Centre. Can I please have a map of the area?
No.
I can see you have a map next to you. Could I have that map?
This map?
Yes, that
No.
map. Oh, I'll just leave then.
Bye.
GoPro stop video. Might get some
You see this and you're really excited because this is at the Great Wall and you think, I can eat. And then you realise it's closed and this is happening. Rumble Tum.
Someone's getting a kick in.
Not me though.
Get on it.
Rumble Tum. We're waiting for our bus back, which hopefully will turn up. Given the way things have kind of gone today, it could go either way. So we thought it was a good time to kind of do our top tips for the Great Wall. So we came to the Mutianyu, Mutianyu section of the wall unintentionally. We meant to go to the Badalang section.
And that is what we asked for at the ticket office, and they said, yes, that is where you're going.
However, we're not there, but we would strongly recommend you come to this section of the wall. It is really not that busy up there at all. walk up, don't pay £10 each to get on the cable car. It's a 10-minute uphill walk, take it slowly, but it really isn't that strenuous. And it's a really nice quiet walk down. The wall is incredible, and it is definitely worth a visit. It's 45 one to get in, so that's about £4. So again, it really isn't expensive. Getting here. If, like us, you don't want to do a tour and only have half an hour here, you need about a good 2 to 3 hours, I'd say. Then you can do it by public transport. The company we use is a big bus company called the Tourist Bus Federation.
So ours was, no, you're wrong.
Go on, what's it called?
No, you're wrong. We've not used public transport.
No, but I think you can use public transport.
We don't know.
easily. Yeah.
But all the guides talk about getting public transport to Badaling.
Yeah.
We've ended up at Mutianyu.
Yeah.
I have no idea, because we didn't look at it, how easy it is to get here for public transport. And I've not seen a railway station. I've not seen like a bus terminal here, although I'm sure you can do it.
There's a lot of people trying to sell you taxis. But
we used Beijing Tourist Hub, which is apparently an official tourist provider. It seemed that what we actually bought was some kind of a guided tour to a part of the wall, but it was all definitely in Chinese. The lady who was in charge of the tour literally doesn't speak any English and has answered a number of our questions incorrectly, as did the staff at the hub which we bought it. So we didn't buy it off some random guy in the street. There are a number of permanent bus ticket offices located on the south side of Tiananmen Square. It is an entirely legitimate tour, but they did not explain to us exactly what we were buying, and what we have ended up getting entirely contradicts what it said on their website.
So if you want to come to this section of the wall, we've still done it reasonably cheaply. So it's 100 each for the bus, and that's return. So £9-ish each, plus our entrance fee, which is 45, plus you need to buy the shuttle bus because our ticket didn't quite cover it, and that was £1.50 each. So ultimately we've done it for about 15 quid each, which is still super cheap, but it's just you need to know what you're buying, and so you don't have any nasty surprises when you get here.
Yeah, and the other problem that we've had is that the staff here don't speak a lot of English and can't really articulate what you need to buy or where you should go and buy those tickets from. So it kind of ended up with us turning up with a ticket which we thought was inclusive of everything, because that's what it said on the website, and then when we showed it to people they just said no, and we said okay, no what, and they couldn't tell us what, other than we could not go past where they were, and then we had to then double back on ourselves, go back down to find a ticket office, and then at the ticket office there was a lot of confusion as to what we were trying to buy, a lot of people not really understanding. There is a cable car here which the majority of people get. When I say the majority, it seems like 99% of people get.
Apart from the European people.
Apart from a couple of European people who want to walk up the steps. So they were very confused by us not wanting to buy the cable car ticket, didn't really get that. And then when we did finally get the ticket, it was all absolutely fine and very straightforward. But don't expect a lot of help while you're here. The Tourist Information Centre is devoid of any kind of information that would help a tourist whatsoever. It's got a bank of massage chairs, if you want to sit on a massage chair.
And an ATM.
And you can buy cable car tickets, but there is no information there whatsoever, and they couldn't understand what we were asking them. We used Google Translate, that didn't help. Again, it is maybe a mix of them not understanding us, and also I feel a lack of interest in actually trying to help.
The other thing is, do not come here and expect to find loads of information about the history of the wall. They seem to very much cover up the past, I think. A lot of it is about the restoration of the wall from the 1980s onwards, rather than kind of going back to when the wall was actually built and the reasons it was built. But go into the museums and insist they put on the films and stuff. They probably won't understand why you want them on, but make sure they do it. Go to the museum at the entrance and get your free certificate saying you climbed the wall, but make sure you don't have your photo taken and printed on it, because I'll charge you £5 for it. They'll look really confused when you just want the certificate, but it looks really cool. And when you're buying water or if you want any souvenirs, the prices differ hugely from vendor to vendor. Someone tried to sell me a hat for £15. In the end I bought it for 70p. So that's it. Hopefully you found that helpful. Thanks. Today is our last day in Beijing, so we have spent the morning doing some training camp and chilling out and going back to the bus company to work out what happened with our tickets yesterday after a bit of a kind of hour long wait and a little bit of a heated discussion. We got money back for our entrance to the Great Wall, so that was really good. And they weren't trying to con anyone, it's just they could not explain to us where we needed to pick up the tickets, so they are a good company. Anyway, until you complain and then the guy just starts watching TV rather than talking to you, which would be awkward. Anyway, today we are going to go to the Temple of Heaven, and then we're going to go and get some food ready for our train journey to Chan tonight, which is 13 hours of fun. So we are on the pedestrian street that leads up to Tiananmen Square. It's called Tiananmen Street. It's totally pedestrianised, which is awesome in Beijing because there's quite a lot of traffic and there's cyclists and motorbikes all over the pavement. So it's really nice to have a big wide space boulevard like this where you can just walk down freely. So we're here, we're about to go to the market and then to the temple. And Chris is in the Golden Arches, getting some much needed calories in apparently. The Temple of Heaven via the Pearl Market, which is really cool if you want loads of fake handbags, and they are really good fakes, but not really my thing. Temple of Heaven Park. Look at this.
Absolutely killing it.
So you've got these like older people doing like their gymnastics, and they're absolutely amazing. Like they've got so much grace when they're doing it. The park is brilliant. Chris is in his element. So when you come to the Temple of Heaven and the surrounding parks, it seems like all the locals just want to sit on these benches, have snacks on their Saturday and play cards. It's pretty cool. Could you just stop scratching, please? No scritchy scratching. More people. Still playing cards.
Yeah, but Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon. Card corner. Starting the epic journey to Chan. One subway ride, one 13-hour train, and then we should be there. So these are the hutongs of Beijing. It's where our hostel's been. Pretty awesome. Tiny little streets with bathrooms off to the side. You'll have their courtyards at the front. It's very much kind of old China in the middle of like